relationship can only work between two people who are totally present and dedicated to one another, despite any outward distractions or internal problems. You're either in it together or not at all. Good day, everyone. I am your host, Blessed One. Welcome to the Three Minds, One Mic, where everything we say is unscripted,
unfiltered, and unforgettable.
Joining with me, as per usual, are my two beautiful co-hosts. We have the calm sunshine sea.
Hello, everyone.
And the controversial Kempet.
Hi, everyone.
Also, we have a sweet treat with us, Gummy Bear. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Bear.
Hey, it's such a pleasure to be here with you guys today.
Yeah. Good to have you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies. So, relationship struggles are a common aspect of human connection. And so today we want to dive down into the pitfalls and to unfold some of the struggles that we hear almost every day in every relationship. And this is nothing new to us because we know that no relationship is perfect. So let's sit back, grab a cup of tea if you have a glass of wine, and let us get comfortable as we dive down into relationship struggles. All right. Now, ladies, talk to me. Gummy Bear, you're new on the podcast. Let's hear some examples of, the struggles that we hear persons face every day.
All right. So there is one thing that jumps out at me as it relates to struggles in relationship, and that is that big D energy going wrong. Now, a lot of women in society tend to look at the size of their partner's penis. They're obsessed about it. And the size of the penis does not equal to good status, it's not good, good sex, but it kind of blind you. I remember years ago, I was with a man and he made full of money bad. We go here, there, in my bra, and him just give me a good time. And I don't know if you ever see a lumberjack cutting lumber before. You see that big chunk. He really had the steel in his pants walking around. And it was nothing. All it brought me was just pain. So I grew up hearing that, if the man have a good size, it can go on in the relationship and it cannot be perfect. So being obsessed with that big size can really have struggles within your relationship. Yeah, so when you're focused on that big D, there is no substance. You feel so empty because if you take away that big D from the relationship, what is it that you're left with? So we all have a small heart, and I'm sure a big tool cannot really fix it. So let's try and focus on something else. And for the women that's out there and is focusing on, oh, yes, I have a big penis for me to enjoy that relationship, it actually takes away and it brings struggles within that relationship. So don't let the big D go wrong for you ladies.
But thank you for that, Gummy Bear. But one would say that that's a struggle that they are facing in terms of they want the big D. So while you're saying that don't let the big D take away from the true essence of the relationship, and I totally understand that because you're saying when that is taken away, then what is left? But for the majority, and I stand corrected, they would say that they are tired of the little D and they want the big D because the big D keeps them alive. It keeps them, happy. It makes them want more. And there was a recent, I don't know if you have seen it, a recent video that was broadcasting all over social media about this famous footballer. Have you seen it?
Leon Bailey.
Yes.
Exactly.
I
And,
haven't seen it,
you
but I heard
know,
about it.
persons were saying that he was carrying a very small tool. And one would say that, you know, does that small tool, you know, actually cause any relationship struggles, or is the wife satisfied with what he's carrying? So, you know, it can be argued.
Thank you for sharing that blessed one, but I'm still saying it goes back to the being obsessed about your partner's size. Now,
Right.
Leon Bailey, ladies, it only takes 1 to 3 inches to reach your G spot. You don't need 7, 8, 9 inches to reach belly button for you to get some pleasure. You can't be just say, oh, I need this big size, and if you don't have it, there is no fun in the bedroom. What about how the man look? What about his assets? What is he good at outside of the bedroom? So even Liam Bailey, big up with your liquor tool. It is still doing the magic. And I'm sure the girl was not faking it because of his money. So ladies, don't make the big deal trick you. Don't be obsessed about the man's penis size.
All right. Thank you for that insight. It was a mouthful, I must say. Sunshine, Kempet, wake up. What's happening? What's up,
I'm
ladies?
up.
How are things?
I'm good. We're very good. Well, I'm good.
It seems as if Kempet was stunned by Gummy Bear's statement. Do you have anything to
So,
share about
so no,
relationship
I wasn't
struggles?
stunned. I wasn't stunned. When you spoke about relationship struggles, one of the first thing that came to my mind was unfaithfulness. So
Okay.
listening to Gummy Bear, it puts right back into that position, because a lot of times females may not be sexually satisfied. And of course, that's where the struggle comes in. That's where the cheating comes in. And I'm not going to say females only, males as well, because they're not, some of them might not be happy with the female anatomy. So unfaithfulness is one of the biggest issues that relationship faced nowadays. So I was actually just listening to Gummy Bear and just putting unfaithfulness to it. Some may be unfaithful because the D may be too big, and some may be unfaithful because the D is too small. So yeah,
And as it
I'm just
relates to
putting it there.
females, men might be, you know,
That's the
unfaithful
same.
because
Yes, because the female anatomy might, they may consider it not small enough, just like the male.
Yeah, and might
but
I add something to that, Kempet?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of males, like to talk about that vice grip. And they
Right.
put pressure on us as females because they tend to say a tight vagina is what we're looking for. That is what we are yearning for. And it put pressure on us as women. Can you imagine? I am growing up with a lot of males and my brothers, and all they're talking about which woman have the tightest and who loose. And I remember once when I was in college, I was having a conversation with a gentleman. And the first thing him tell me is that him no want to tight nothing. Him want something what big and comfortable. He want a playground for go have fun. I'm like, really, like, me never hear any male talk like that.
Interesting.
Yes, and it's like, him want a playground. Because he must say no want nothing to hurt up him head and
I've
what
heard
too
that
tight for go.
before.
I mean, and
But,
what I really want
Gummy Bear, I mean,
yeah.
relationship struggles, that's the topic, right? Funny enough, I think a lot of times it goes back to experience too, because when you hear about this whole tightness thing, a lot of times you have female who are extremely dry and it's not tight, but it's the dryness
Okay, I
that
love your
actually
point,
causes
Kempet.
that.
You are the good old, the good old, good old. Hold me,
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So sometimes it really goes back to experience, as I would say. So a lot of men, and so in that case, I'm just thinking that the man who says that he loves it when it's, it's
Yes.
right. Leave the viewers like this. Please do state what is wrong with the dry vagina. I'm just saying that a lot of times men may not know how to differentiate between tight and actually being
dry.
lubricated.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay.
I think Sunshine wants an understanding of, is that oftentimes, as what you said, there are mistaken dryness to say that the female is tight. And then that dryness, when they insert and they're performing their action and whatnot, they start to bruise and so on because there's not enough supple or wetness to keep from that too much friction. So even though they talk about Gummy Bear mentioned vice grip, you can also have your vice grip, but you are so wet and supple that it's enjoyable. You understand? Yeah. Anything that we see or hear of or experience that causes struggles in relationship?
I have several. For me, one of the biggest one is family interference. When I say family interference, the in-laws, the mother-in-law want to control the money of the man. The mother-in-law of the mother is saying, oh, don't do this, don't do that. And sometimes when you get outside people coming and, in your ear talking about this and talking about that, it puts a struggle in the relationship. So that is one problem I know of. Another one, people or both partners need to learn each other. Persons are not being satisfied. They don't know anything about foreplay. And because they don't know anything about foreplay, people rarely meet an orgasm. And guess what? People are so miserable. So sometimes when people see other persons at work and say, such a miserable, she need a man. The problem is she have one, but you cannot satisfy her. You understand what I mean, ladies? So that is literally a problem. No foreplay. Personal hygiene. While it's nice and you want somebody to always be intimate with you and cuddle with you, you have to make sure that you take care of yourself. So you're going to brush your teeth, and not just the teeth, but make sure you brush your tongue so that your breath is not really bad. You want somebody to kiss your neck and your ear, make sure it's clean behind there. You want somebody to, kiss you all over your body, make sure your navel is not smelling. And just the pubic area, take care of it. Some people like the beaver, while some like it clean cut. So it's up to you and your partner what you like. But those are some things that can cause major struggles. For my last one, I think some women, they need help, right? There's like too much expectations for them. So they're expected to take care of the home, they're expected to work, they're expected to have sex, they're expected to do so many things. So if they had the help, then guess what? They would not look literally pop down like some people that call it. I think in our last episode, Bless One was saying that persons need to take care of their appearance. Sometimes women don't even get a chance to take care of their appearance, right? And so because they don't get the time and effort, it's just a downhill. And I don't want to seem biased. For the men, sometimes while there are struggles within the relationship, believe it or not, some men are not even attracted to their women. And so it's time for people to live in their truth, be their true selves. They might not be attracted to women. There are a lot of people or persons in the relationship that are on the down low, and those things cause problems as well. You agree, Gummy Bear?
I do agree with the points that you're sharing, all of them.
Okay.
And a lot of things are jumping out at me that I want to share, but I'll wait until you're finished.
I think I'll stop here, but you can go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to ask Kempet something because she's married, so she probably have a mother-in-law or a sister. Because you were sharing that, mother-in-law tend to be dipping up into the relationship. Kempet, I don't know if you have anything like that. Cousins. Have you experienced anything like that? I am mere fast in your business now.
Not at the moment, no. I think I'm blessed to have a great mother-in-law. So no, I don't have that challenge at all. But not personally for me, but there are other challenges that I know exist. Sunshine talk about the responsibilities, and I just want to go into that a little bit more about women doing all of these things and they're not assisting. And I think that's a big struggle for a lot of females in the relationship, not just home chores too, but we realize that roles are changing. People are asking for 50-50, but not 50-50 in everything. So that is coming off as a major challenge because a lot of times men and females are actually going out there working same 9 to 5. And then the men are expecting that the females are going to come home and still complete everything in the household. And that's one of the challenges that a lot of females have, as Sunshine said, we're not able to fix ourselves up because there's so many other things that we have to do while we work. And at the same time, we are expected to cover half of the bill. So that's like, you know, a major challenge that a lot of females are having, because if it is that I'm working and you're working as well, then I think, of course, it can't be that I am going to be going 50-50 with you. And then the 50-50 most times is not on the decision making. Men believe that, okay, I'm still the head of the house and I need to make these decisions, right? But then when it comes on to the bill time, but you need to help me with the bills, and I make all the decisions. So that's a big struggle that's happening in a lot of relationships as well.
I definitely agree with that because where I grew up in the country, I see women doing everything. Wash, cook, and clean, bend back. I'm sure as the husband reaching,
ready
the woman's supposed to bend over to receive him.
Yes.
And the woman tired. So because I grew up seeing all of that, me decide so me not want that for my life because me not got the woman wash, cook, and clean like a housemaid or a housewife. And you just out the road come in and expect dinner upon table. You not even can come in and rub my foot. Me not gonna rub your foot. Like, take care of me too. Make it cook some even together. You do it tomorrow. Kids there to take care of. Split the responsibility. Like, me not have no time for in a relationship.
So
and what you find too, Gummy Bear, is that the females become emotionally drained because they have so much responsibilities.
Like
extra energy that is needed to have fun, it's not there, because then, I mean, all of that energy had gone to something else. And then men start to complain, men start to talk about, okay, they'll step out of the relationship. So there's just a whole pile up of struggles that can come from that little situation there.
And you know something that I forgot? For example, with the poor hygiene that I spoke about, some partners, when you do tell them the truth, they are not open to hearing it. And they get defensive and the arguments start and you start to drift apart. So what I am saying, viewers, be open to hearing the truth. Some people don't want to hear it. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, but sometimes you need to get uncomfortable in order to get the good relationship.
For real. And nothing good can come from being comfortable.
I tell you, complacency is not a good thing.
Bless one.
I'm just here listening and collecting a few pointers from what you shared. Kempet mentioned that, the partner may step out because of the complaints and so on. And of course, just to expound, they'll come in and say that their partner is being miserable and there's no peace at home, but they lack understanding to know that, not because you do have some parents, some partners that are stay-home wives, so to speak. And so the cooking and the cleaning and all of that can carry a lot of burden. And so by the time the husband gets home, he's expecting a lot from his wife or girlfriend or common law. And then, that person is unable to perform because, as you said, they're already drained. And so what they do, of course, they will step out to say that she has no time for me, not being knowledgeable of the fact that she can be tired. So everything that I've heard, yes, I agree with you. But that one really, stick with me because I realize that these are some of the challenges, like mainly that, you have those that stay home, taking care of the home and whatever. And then the partner comes in expecting the wife to be, because yes, we did mention about putting ourselves together and so on. And if we're going to be real, indeed, sometimes we are so burdened with a lot of things that we neglect ourselves. And so the partner is expecting us to look a certain way, perform a certain way, but we can't because we are so burdened.
Stressed out, my hair falling out, my weight up and down, can't keep anything down. 2 miscarriages. You took life from me and you never even said I'm sorry. Bathe him, feed him, clothe him, they say.
One of the things, one of the big struggles is the financial struggles.
That's one of them.
Put that one in. A lot of men nowadays believe that they are husband and not necessarily husband. And the females are, sometimes treating the husbands as husband and not husband. I would like to get some other perspective from you guys on what do you think about that, because I honestly believe that as a female, I like to help my partner in any aspect, my husband, in any aspect, even finances. But there are other females who may think that, I don't need to help him. He's the man. He needs to stand on his own. What are your thoughts, Gummy Bear?
All right, for me, when I was younger, I wanted a husband. I was all about the money, the bling, man for take care of me, go here, so I'm not care about nothing else in the relationship. Just to have a husband. But with time and age, I realized that I needed emotional stability and I can help you to grow. And then we get to the finances. So I'm really looking for a husband, someone to settle down with, set life goals with, and just have a lifetime of fun and happiness. So I'm all about a husband. We can get the bank after.
I'll try and see.
Honestly, I want the best of both. I want the best of both. I'm being honest with you. I want to be spoiled. I want to be catered to, catered for. So if somebody can spoil me here and then, that's my husband, right? And I don't see anything wrong with that. But for the emotional support and all the other characteristics that come with a husband, then I need that. But I think a healthy balance between the two, it works for me.
Bless, one quick question. There's this thing going around now that if you give a lady your paycheck, like most of the relationship struggles would diminish. What do you think about that?
If a man gives a woman his
Their
paycheck,
paycheck, yes. Then, a lot of the relationship struggles that we are discussing don't exist because you're going to work and you take home the money to them. What do you think?
that's a good question. Now, to be honest, I don't believe that a man should give his woman his entire paycheck. But if he respects you and adores you, and he sees that you can run a home effectively, then of course we can, work something out to say a portion of this goes in the home. I'm able to balance it to say I'm going to put a portion in the bank where we can invest and save. I know that I'm going to give a portion to say if we have kids, then of course the kids' needs will be sorted, the home will be sorted, and of course, I will be sorted as well. But to take the entire paycheck and give it to your partner, like that basically is like you are pushing your partner through the door. Jamaicans or anybody across the world would say, in my quote unquote, nanko, in my buffoon, because who does that? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, but I do believe that, there should be some form of respect where I know that I should be able to cater for my wife or my partner by giving her something for her to enable to take care of the family and to run the home effectively.
All right. So when I think back about the financial struggles, right? do you guys believe that, I know you, Bless One, you said he takes the money home, you will invest it and so on. Who do you think is the better partner when it comes on to the handling of money in the relationship? You think the females are the better ones, or the males, you think they're the ones that will lead when it comes on to financing?
Good question, but I do believe that that's debatable because I've experienced where I'm the younger one in the relationship. Growing up, I've always wanted to date older men because I believe that the younger men are too frivolous, too giddy. And I also believe that they are more firmer and you know, knowledgeable about certain things. But to my knowledge, I was surprised to know that he was a man in a boy's body. He lacked many understanding of things. Get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so I was the firmer one because I've been around money and I've been around family who has business and so on. So I know what it entails to balance a book and, you know, to run things well. And so one might say that the man, because the man should be the head of the household, he's responsible for, you know, dictating how the money should go and how it should spend and so on. And another person might say, you know, that person doesn't handle money well. And so I have to take that money and ensure that things goes well and what should be taken care of and so on. So it's debatable. It can be one based on the background. They don't have no knowledge about how to handle money. Or two, the female too can be a spender. They just never see money, never experience what it is like to have money and then spend everything all at once and they end up in bankruptcy or, you know, lose everything all at once. So it's debatable. I think it's based on the person maturity. Then you can say you give that person the chance to handle the money. But for me in a relationship, I would want to handle the money. I'm good with money. I'm good with savings. And so I would have to be able to see, observe what this person is like
I can vouch for
before I
that.
put my trust to say, you know, I'm giving him authority to manage money for me. Yeah.
So viewers, this is what I wanted to do in the comment section. Just let us know, who do you think angles the money in relationship? Is it the female or the male when it comes on to financial struggles?
Viewers, we have an exciting game. I am going to give everybody a scenario, and guess what? They're going to let me know if it's a husband or indeed a husband. Are you ready, lady? Husband or husband?
Yes, we are.
Come with your placards. All right, ladies. So this is going to be very quick, spitfire. So let's go. Husband or husband? My husband built a dream home with his very bare hands. Is that a husband or a husband? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Honey, I Zelled you $1,000. Get something, whatever you like. Husband or husband? Husband? All right, all right. The answer, though, can I tell you the answer that I was looking for?
Right, go ahead.
Is definitely a husband. A husband.
Why?
You know why?
Why?
Because a husband would have said, "Miss you, beautiful. Can't wait to cuddle with you tonight. I got you something nice."
I agree with that, Sunshine.
Yes.
Disagree. I disagree because if you're my husband and you have it like that, you can say, honey, here is $1,000, get something nice.
Just
nothing
something
wrong with that.
Husband can spoil your partner.
No, your husband for spoil you too.
Exactly. I agree with you, Gummy Bear. That's a husband.
Okay, husband. The husband could have probably said $30,000 a year, go and get something nice.
Not fight to know. All right. So guess what? It's moving day. We're moving into a new home. But guess what? My husband decided that he's not going to rent any truck or anything. He's going to put the boxes in the truck all by himself. Is he a husband or a husband? I'm seeing two. Oh, you said he's a husband? Why?
He's a
Mommy
mean
Bear?
husband. He's a
Why?
mean husband.
Ah.
Because it sounds like he has the money that can rent the cars and him choose not to. Probably in them feelings. I think he's a mean husband.
Oh, all right.
That's my perspective.
No problem.
He must spite me.
I'll take all the answers. Viewers, remember, put your comments. Leave your comments. All right, for the next one. You just came home from work, a long day at work. And the first thing that he asks is your husband asks you, was it a profitable day for you? Is he a husband or a husband? Oh, everybody is on one accord. Definitely a husband.
No,
All right.
I'm on husband. I have issues. I have issues now.
Okay. Why?
My
Tell
husband
me.
comes home from work. I am working in finance. I'm doing my small business on the side.
Okay.
Why you can't ask if I had a profitable day today?
As opposed to how was your day? What
Exactly.
happened and
That's
stuff
not the
like
first
that?
It involves
question.
some love money. And if my day and me not make no sales, me can't have a good day. So he knows me. So from himself, was it profitable today, honey? And me say yes, him no says a good day and him can approach me to have a conversation.
Okay. All right. We'll see. Yeah, I'll take that. You see, I'm not shooting down any of your answers because I'm sure that there are persons who are identifying with Gummy Bear. There are persons who are going to identify with both Kempet and Bless One. All
But
right.
ladies,
Yes.
can I interject a little bit before?
Sure you can.
I kind of want to do a little twist to this, right?
Mhm.
Because I think definitely we can agree that some men should be treated as husband, depending on what they're doing out there, right? What you guys think?
Definitely. You want to play the game,
Listen,
I'll play your
I'm gonna
puppet.
be real. I don't do the
Definitely.
tit for tat. I don't like the tit for tat. So even if he's out there cheating and stuff,
No.
somebody
So
would be
it's not,
spiteful and
no,
say
it's
that
not
he
a
should
tit
be a
for tat
husband.
because no, it's not a tit for tat because it's not like you're gonna go back to cheat. Are you gonna treat him as a husband, or you're gonna just deal with him like a husband? You just want him to take care of your needs and that's it financially.
Of course. Definitely.
That sounds like a toxic relationship, Kempet.
A little
What you
toxicity
say,
is good
Bless One?
sometimes, sunshine.
Eh?
A little toxic behavior is good sometimes.
All right. Some
I
people
think the
say
last
it's the
episode
spice
the
of
guys
life.
talk about how to keep the spark alive. That could
Okay.
work.
Okay. No problem. Ladies, so guess what? It's anniversary time. And guess what? My husband, right? He wrote a nice little poem and he framed a nice little picture of when we first went on a date. Is he a husband or a husband? Beautiful. Everybody on one accord. And for the final question tonight, ladies, guess what? Anniversary time again. But guess what? He's busy at work. So he scheduled a dinner and he just didn't show up, but he sent a nice necklace, which is like 20 karat gold. Is he a husband or a husband?
I'm sorry, he's a husband.
Okay. Husband for, all right. Kempet, you say
He's
husband?
none of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's my ex right
because he
now.
not show up, right?
First year you don't show
Yes,
up.
he did not show up. I don't
You's
think,
an
yes.
ex-husband.
No,
You's an
yes.
ex-husband.
He's an ex-husband.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies, for participating. Husband or husband? Tell us what you think in the comments.
Okay, guys, so thank you for tuning in with us tonight, looking at relationship struggles, what they are, how can you actually fix them, because they do exist. And of course, in the comment section, let us know, husband or husband. What do you think your host is? Do you consider him a husband or do you consider him a husband? What are the struggles that you're having? Share some of those with us as well. Remember, like,
Share.
And subscribe
to our channel. Tuning up.